Vice President Joe Biden taking to the campaign trail to blast his attacks on Mitt Romney and his business experience. But is he going too far? We'll ask Gretchen Hamel, the Director of Public Notice. Gretchen, always great to have you here.
Thanks so much.
I want to start with the breaking news in this hour, which is a budget resolution that was based on President Obama's budget, introduced by Senator Jeff Sessions, goes down to defeat 0 to 99, not a single vote cast in its favor. What does that tell you?
Not a single vote casted means there was no support at all, not on the left, not on the right, not even by the
A couple of polls, which I think are interesting. A USA Today Gallup poll showing voters think the economy would improve over the next 4 years if Mitt Romney was running it. Okay, 55 to 46. Now, flip side, who do they think will win the election? Again, a USA Today Gallup poll. Obama would win if you look at the results of that. So what do you make of that? It's so interesting to me that voters would say, yes, Mitt Romney can run the economy. No, he's not going to win the presidency.
You know, it's just, you have the realist and then you have the optimist, and you have those who think that they want to see change, that hopefully Romney would bring change, but then they don't think that he will actually have what it takes to win.
All right, well, let's listen to this thought from Vice President Joe Biden today attacking Mitt Romney on whether he can run the economy.
Romney made sure the guys on top got to play by a separate set of rules. He ran up massive debts and the middle class lost. And folks, he thinks that experience is going to help our economy.
So is that just a Joe Biden gaffe, or what is that?
I hope so. But I mean, look, what else do you expect from a guy who has been on the government payroll for decades now? I mean, he's never ran a business. And talk about creating rules. Let's talk about the regulations and the corruption that's actually gone on in this administration.
Well, you know, I got to tell you, though, Mitt Romney's getting punched hard. You look at the ads Obama has put out about his management experience, particularly in the steel industry. Are you buying that cup of tea? You
know, and I don't know, not really, and I don't think the American public is buying that cup of tea. I think that they're seeing what's happened over the course of the past 3 years, and they're questioning whether President Obama can actually do anything to change the economy. They've given him a chance, and honestly, they may be looking, like in that USA Today poll, for someone else.
I'm so eager for the campaigning to stop and for somebody to try to solve the problems of this economy. Don't you think most Americans feel the same way? Most
Americans do feel the same way. And going back to the budget, the majority of all Americans, over 8 in 10 Americans, actually were disappointed that the Senate hasn't passed a budget in 3 years. And I think that shows that people want solutions. They want real solutions, and they're tired of the bickering and posturing.
Political bickering and posturing. Today, Obama meets with GOP leadership, right? It lasts like 60 minutes. They can't take much time. And you've got to think, is anything going to get accomplished?
No. And let's look over the course of the past few years. How often has he actually met with him? And this is a guy who said he was going to come in and he was going to meet with both sides of the aisle, time and time again. It hasn't happened. And what this is basically Republicans falling trap for a game. He gave them a to-do list. He's now going to say he met with them, and then he's going to blame them for not acting on his to-do list. So it's all political and rhetoric.
All right. Gretchen, thanks for coming on today. It's always a pleasure to have you here. Thank you. Next, the unintended